Hey everyone, MixMasterNut here, and today I'm showing you all an early look of the Gears of War 3 beta. I was lucky to get a code from one of my friends on Xbox Live, and so cool, I actually get to show you guys some gameplay. The game mode I'm showing you today is called King of the Hill. I was having a bit more fun with it than I was Team Deathmatch. Felt like I was getting more kills this way. And King of the Hill, it's basically you got one control point in the map that your team has to try to dominate for a certain amount of time, and the control point moves around. So it's trying to control the control points wherever they are for the longest amount of time. It's a lot like the Conquest type of game mode that was in the Transformers War for Cybertron game, as well as Star Wars Battlefront. That whole series had a game mode like that. I think Halo might have one too. If you're a Call of Duty fan, the closest thing to it is domination. But onto my review of this game, because I'm sure a lot of you are watching this wondering, hey, is this game cool? Is this something I want to buy? Do I want to bother downloading it when the beta becomes available to me in whenever, a week or two? So first I want to give you the good news, which is, as you can see visually, the graphics are awesome. Way to step up from Gears of War 2. It really feels like the developers have been pushing the Unreal 3 engine to its maximum potential, and so it looks really sharp for Unreal 3 game. And if you look at these textures are really awesome when they're up close, and definitely a step up from Gears of War 2. It's nice to see how they've polished it over all these months that they've had extra since they've delayed the release of this game for a complete year. But onto the actual gameplay itself and things that have changed from the Gears of War 2 game. Well, now one thing, the major thing that I noticed from Gears of War 2 in the gameplay itself is that your run and your dive roll are actually the same speed now. So that's really cool. But one thing I do have as a complaint is that when you're charging and you're running, it's hard to turn. You can barely turn at all. So and then you get caught up into walls, and I don't know. I find the whole controls themselves to just be clunky when I'm trying to evade in any direction, or when I'm trying to move from cover to cover or then leave cover. I find myself running into trouble. And back to the running part, you know, they got a really cool weapon now, the Retro Lancer, but I still haven't quite figured out how do I charge and stab someone with that thing yet. I remember there's one clip in this gameplay, it's probably coming up really quick, where I tried to run and stab someone with the Lancer, and I just like dinged off him to the side and then just said, fuck it, I'm gonna melee him. But yeah, if you guys know, please leave me some tips in the comment section on what I'm doing wrong there. And also, I'm a bit rusty at the Gears of War series, and I didn't play all too much of 2, so you know, if you're watching my gameplay going, man, this guy's a noob, fuck, dude, just please tell me, give me some criticism in the comments below. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, how I can be a better player, because as of right now, I'm not really having too much fun with this game. It's like you're either good, knowing how to use all the cover and shit and all your weapons at all the right times, or you're just nothing. Another thing too is like the power weapons. If you know where those are and how to use them, you're golden. But you know, if you're not looking for them, then you're just gonna get scrubbed by those who are using them. Personally, I'm not a fan of games that have power weapons in them at all. Power weapons, to me, they make the game unbalanced in ways. So definitely not a fan of those. Back to like the controls and whatever. Oh, I see that being a host seems like be a big deal, more so than say like Call of Duty host. The hit detection is just like, it's totally different when you're a host compared to when you're everybody else. I've also noticed that the camera shakes a ton, especially when you're like deep in the shit, when you're in battle, you're fighting. The camera is just like all over the place. I feel like it's gonna give me a fucking seizure. So that's another thing I'm not too hot on. So overall, the game's somewhat fun, but it's not as fun as I was hoping it was gonna be. You know, with all this time that's been spent polishing the game, you know, I really did expect more, and being a beta, I hope that they do have time to fix some of these issues. And you know, I'm just over the whole calling games betas anyways, because they're actually just demos, especially when there's no way that I've seen for me to get feedback on this game, and you know, who knows if there is going to be enough time to implement any feedback that is given to them either. So other than that, like I haven't seen any big like flaws, no glitches, bugs, crashes, anything like that. It's fast to get into matches and then stay in lobbies and get into the next games. That part's cool, but overall, I'm not having too much fun. I'll probably buy the game for the single player, but as far as multiplayer, yeah, I'm gonna go back and play COD. Fuck it, man. So that's my review. And please let me know what you think, guys. If you're old school Gears of War 2 fan, rather, give me a shout out and tell me what you feel about this game. And since you probably have more to relate on it than I do. Peace.
These pitiful creatures cannot hope.